to a 21st century fashion show.
The future is in the small. Small is beautiful.
Where chic meets geek.
A merger of electronics and clothing.
Where computers are part of your wardrobe. And being well connected,
the Lizzie transforms you into a walking internet portal.
Takes on a whole new meaning.
Knowledge is power, and anybody who's connected to the internet all the time is simply more powerful.
Alex Lightman, founder of a company called InfoCharms, hopes to sell wearable computers sometime soon.
Most of these projects are at research stages, but there's a tsunami wave of wearables coming onto the market.
You ever bump into a pole or a tree wearing this outside?
The question is, do I ever bump into a pole or a tree without it?
Thad Starner was one of the early pioneers of wearable computers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. You're wearing a wearable computer as we speak. And you also have a video camera that we've placed on you. Mm-hmm. What do you see?
It's just like any other computer screen, except that, to me, it just looks like I have a monitor that's overlaying your face right now.
The computer itself is remarkably powerful and portable. And how much does this weigh? 2 pounds, maybe?
That's probably more like a pound.
And this, which looks like about the size of a small cell phone, what is this?
Well, this is a keyboard. Again, this is the system I use for typing. It's called a twiddler.
Starner can twiddle 60 words a minute.
What I like to do is actually get ready for class, look over the notes I made last night.
Which comes in handy when he's teaching at Georgia Tech.
I've put down some questions, some statements, some suggestions.
And you have that here?
I have it in the display.
And you will be able to read that, access it when you want to?
Yes.
Remind yourself of discussion topics?
Yep, exactly.
All of the studs, instead of 2x4s, they're 2x6s.
After class, he uses his wearable computer to take notes on a student project.
Well, the data closet was supposed to be over here.
It's so fast and so natural that I get these notes down and I have them forever, and it doesn't really interrupt the flow of the conversation. We started in July.
And with 24-hour access to the internet, Starner can communicate with anyone in the world, anytime, anywhere. So you live life online, essentially.
Yeah, I actually have most of the information in my life stored on my computer. Things like my schedule, things about where the good movie theaters are, where the good restaurants are.
When you go to bed at night, do you plug yourself in? Recharge yourself?
I plug in the batteries. When I sleep, the computer sleeps.
And while the fashion end of things still needs some work, it appears that the best dressed of the next century will be the nouveau nerd.
Right now I'm watching a movie.
Whose hemline will be online.
We're really going to be sharing thoughts with everybody almost in real time. That's the world we're heading for.
The information superhighway. The information nice of you to join us.
Call to the Department of Trade tomorrow to hear a warning of possible disaster in the year 2000. The danger lies in the so-called Millennium bug, which threatens to reduce our computer-based society to chaos. Unless something is done about it, and soon, it could ruin companies. But people with personal computers could find themselves in trouble too, and everybody's affected one way or another. Richard Lindley explains why in this special report.
At the Confederation of British Industry, businessmen and civil servants plan their Task Force 2000 strategy against the Millennium bug.
The year 2000 sounds as if it's a long way in the future, but there isn't very much time.
Inside every computer is a calendar, but because each year is represented by just 2 figures, most computers won't know what to do when the year 2000 dawns. Buried in the computer's memory, the Millennium bug could destroy its ability to calculate date and time correctly.
It affects every person on the planet. It doesn't matter if you're getting an invoice from a credit card company, if you have a bank account with a bank, if you're trying to get on a plane, if you have an insurance policy. Everywhere where there's a computer program, you are affected.
The bug could disrupt every aspect of life that relies on dates and times controlled by computer. Food deliveries to supermarkets and food sell-by dates could be in chaos. Bills sent out by computer won't arrive when they should, companies won't get the cash, people could find vital services cut off, and both private pensions and social security payments could be affected. The Millennium bug could mean millions getting the wrong benefits at the wrong time. This is Colossus, the first programmable electronic computer, used to break Nazi codes during World War II. But a post-war world wanted computers both smarter and smaller. All the computing power of Colossus is today contained in the quarter-of-an-inch corner of a microchip. It was the pressure to cut computers down to a more manageable size that made engineers save space wherever they could. So, for example, when they wrote the date, say 1996, into the computer's control system, they wrote just 96. And that's how the Millennium bug was born. Robin Gwenier's time is spent crisscrossing London, making Britain's managers face up to spending £5 billion or more to defeat the Millennium bug. They're calling you the prophet of doom. Why?
Well, I'm not predicting doom, but I do believe that if people don't get on and sort out this problem, we could be facing some very serious economic and social consequences.
Why is this a difficult problem to fix?
Well, actually, it's actually rather easy to fix. The problem is there's such an enormous amount of fixing to be done.
British Telecom is typical of companies which will have to scrutinise thousands of computer programs written in technical languages now all but forgotten.
We've got to go through all of our software, including all of our legacy software that maybe installed years ago, looking for all of those instances of the date, and laying out plans to actively make the changes. And it's an enormous task just scoping it. We think the cost could run into hundreds of millions of pounds.
Experts who can root out the Millennium bug will get rich. So are they exaggerating the problem to drum up business?
And the fact of the matter is, because it's affecting everybody at the same time scale, they've all got to fix their systems in the same window, there is going to be a huge supply and demand imbalance, and people will be beating a path to our door, whether we want them to or not.
If it's more than a year or two old, even your own personal computer may not recognize the year 2000. Perhaps the most useful invention of this century, the computer now threatens to trip us all up as we enter the next. Richard Lindley, News at 10, Central London.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
Japan has been cut off from the rest of the world for most of its history. The Japanese are proud of their unique culture and until very recently have resisted foreign influence. But the 21st century is going to bring remarkable change. Japan's today is Britain's tomorrow. Tokyo is a gadgets freak heaven. High-tech products that are part of everyday life in Japan are not yet available here. Around the world, people listen to music on Japanese sound system and drive to work in Japanese cars. But as well as its technology, Japan has begun to successfully export its culture.
ほい、目覚ましにならなかったか。ああ、うるさかったんで壊しましたよ。この野郎。いいじゃないですか。あんなおもちゃに振り回されて生きなくても。あ、こういうもんお前の仲間だろ。全然。缶コーヒーのボス。
For the Japanese, the future and technology are inextricably linked. The Future House in Tokyo was built to show the dream home of the year 2003.
Welcome to the fantastic plastic world.
And the #1 priority for the Japanese is for every last detail of their health to be monitored.
を見ることができます。朝起きた時にこの電子健康チェッカーを使えば簡単に体温を測定することができたり、またこちらにある機器を使えば血糖値なども簡単に測定することができるようになっています。その時に自分の具合が悪いなと思ったならば、こちらの画面上で タッチパネルを操作することによって病院とこの家をつなげることができるようになっています。つながると同時にお医者様の画像を見ながら直接話すことができます。さらにこちらにありますカメラを使うことで自分の画像データや目の映像の方を先生に送ることができるようになっています。こちらのバスサニタリーでは今私が腰掛けている健康トイレシステムを使って簡単に体重や、体脂肪、尿糖値を測ることができるようになっています。体重を測るときには、単純に床から足を上げて体重のボタンを押すことによって体重が瞬時に測定されます。そして体脂肪の場合には手をこのセンサーの上に乗せることによって体脂肪が測定されます。
The new solutions considered for the Japanese society in the future, we have some that are quite technology driven. One example would be a separate lane for unmanned transportation system such as trucks, and that may reduce deaths in traffic accidents as well as cover the shortage of drivers in the long run.
Although Japanese companies have enjoyed global success, as individuals, people are pretty conservative. In return for loyalty and long hours, companies looked after their workers throughout their entire career. But a job for life is a thing of the past. The younger generation must adapt to a riskier way of working.
今まで日本人というのは一つの会社にみんな働いていくということが当たり前だったんですけれども、非常に多くの会社に移っていくと、欧米並みのことは起きていくというふうに思っています。
Young people in Japan are less interested in the treadmill of working life. Their time, money, and effort goes into having fun, travel, games, and music.
Rexella, to date, this is one of the largest demands in the history of our ministry. Now, friends, we're doing our very best to get this video to you just as soon as possible. So thanks for having patience with us. This 1 hour and 20-minute video release reveals your future, beginning in approximately 14 months. Yes, midnight, December 31st, 1999, electronic clocks and millions of computers will roll over to the year 2000, or will they? Most experts agree they will not. Computer systems essential to our way of life may simply shut down. The dire warnings in this emergency video are gleaned exclusively from secular experts in over 300 reports. The facts: no event in history has connected mankind to one common adversary until now. The millennial bug jeopardizes our way of life in ways never imagined. Thousands of programmers working round the clock may not fix this problem in time. Such potential mass confusion confirms end-time prophecy. The impending worldwide panic could signal the end of this age and Christ's glorious return. With only months before the moment arrives, you must have the information found in this shocking video by Dr. Jack and Rexella Banapi. 2000 Time Bomb. To order, call toll-free 1-800-918-5577. We'll send this emergency video for a gift of only $24.95, plus $3 shipping and handling. Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-918-5577.
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
In the year 2000, Panasonic digital cameras and editing technology and a range of specially designed digital broadcast equipment will record every Olympic Games image, so the best seats in the house will be in your house. What's new? Panasonic.
Take me to digital world. Digital world. Okay.
It's a digital home theater. Panasonic.
Llévame al mundo digital.
El mundo digital, ok.
Digital World. Panasonic.
Stand by, heavy ground, X-31, ready to check.
Initiating data download.
At Merrill Lynch, we're still bullish.
Analyzing data.
From Wall Street to the world.
You know, the better computers become, the more they can do right inside your home.
And these days, homes are being built, wired, and ready to handle technology and take Houstonians to the future. News 2 Houston Night Beat reporter Brendan Keefe is live in Katy now with the story. Brendan?
Linda, internet technology has certainly connected us to the world, but could that technology connect us to our very own neighbors? Well, 4 Houston communities like Kenyon Gate here and Katy are trying to do just that. You could call it the information super driveway. The 21st century home has arrived a year early. Imagine controlling everything with a touch of a button, or programming your home to run itself.
What we're building here is a high-speed internet connection to each and every home. And what we have when we're done is a network of homes that can all communicate with each other.
Lights, cameras, all put into action with a simple remote. See who's at the door, program the thermostat to save energy while you're at work, even turn off the iron or coffee pot from virtually any computer in the world. Let's say your kids are at the neighborhood pool, you're at home. How do you keep an eye on them? Well, with one click of the remote, they're in living color on your living room TV.
The interfaces that we use to control the home are the interfaces that we're used to using every day, the television set.
IBM, Lam Tejas, and Clearworks Technologies are building 4,000 intelligent homes in Houston. It's truly the dawn of a new era, creating the first completely wired communities in the nation. The secret is installing the system while the house is under construction. Plumbers have been doing it for years. This pre-wiring cuts the total system cost in half. For as little as $1,000, you can future-proof your new home.
We're setting it up and wiring it in a way that will support all kinds of new technology as it becomes available.
Now, surprisingly, the homes sell from $120,000 to $180,000, kind of that mid-range. The first community will be the North Point community for Canyon Gate. That's up near Compact. Then Canyon Gate here in the Katy area will go up. Also the Canyon Gate on the Southwest Freeway down near the Brazos in Fort Bend County. Also one more community, Stone Gate on 290 will be wired. Those are the 4 communities. And coming up next week on To the Future, cyber homes for the apartment dweller. For now, we're live in Katy, Fort Bend County. I'm Brendan Keefe.
A whole new world,
Welcome to the future.
Gotham's criminals have become more advanced.
Don't be afraid. Cookie time! With such advanced technology, this madman should be considered very deadly.
There might be some momentary discomfort.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
And so has Batman.
Guinness, report!
Direct communication link.
Wayne, you there?
Go ahead.
Bruce is behind Terry's eyes and ears from the command center inside the Batcave.
There! Locked now!
Situational camouflage. Cloaking device allows for undetectable reconnaissance under any circumstance. Synaptic controls. In-helmet transmitters connect the suit with the Batmobile and the Batjet.
Remember, easy gestures. Let the suit do the work.
Neuromuscular sensory amplification. This ordinary man is gifted with extraordinary powers of strength and agility. Batarang launcher. Wrist units built into the Batsuit allow for instant propulsion. Flight. With an expanding wing-like cape and rocket-powered boots, no objective is out of reach. Because a utility belt just doesn't cut it anymore.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
The internet and computer technology changed not only how we communicate, but our everyday lifestyle as well. Today in What's New, we'll take a glance at how cutting-edge technology is being used in the home to change and to improve our lives. Leading this evolution towards an era of smart homes is Microsoft Corporation, among the world's leaders in dynamic applications of high technology. Let's take a look at the home of the future as designed by innovative engineers and scientists of Microsoft.
Welcome to the Microsoft home. As Robin arrives home from work, there's no more fumbling with keys because her motion starts the entry process. All Robin does is look into an eye scanner. She could also use a voice or fingerprint to be let in. Robin is recognized by the scanner. The front door unlocks and opens. As Robin enters, she just touches Welcome Home on the nearest wall panel, so the house is set just the way she likes it.
There is one new voice message from Chris at 5:23 p.m.
While Robin is listening to the house report, the lights come on to preset levels. Music comes on. The shades are raised. Messages are played. Everything in the home is connected together and does whatever Robin and her family told the house they want to happen.
Hi, hon. I'm on my way now to pick up Alex. I'll be home soon. And sorry, I know it's my night, but can you start dinner? Okay, see you. Bye.
Before Robin starts to prepare dinner, she wants to see if everyone in the family will be home in time. She can check the entire family schedule, but just to be sure, she sends her daughter Jessie a message. For Jessie, who's on her way home, it's just a simple matter of reading the message, then touching yes on her pocket PC. Back at home, Robin started dinner, but finds she's missing garlic, a key ingredient. So she brings up a map, which shows just where her husband Chris's car is at the moment. She wants him to stop and pick up the garlic. Using the home's name, she places a call using the home's networked communications.
Astro, call Chris in the car.
Yeah, hi, I thought you'd be calling. You're not upset about dinner, are you?
No, that's okay. You can just cook a couple of extra nights for this one. Hey, it looks like you're right by Tom's Gourmet. It's 2 blocks up on your left-hand side. Will you do me a favor and pick up some of that garlic that I like in the jar? I'm making spaghetti tonight.
Okay, right. Well, I'm picking up Alex too, so I'll be home in a few minutes.
While cooking dinner, Robin sees they're out of a few other things. She scans them into an electronic shopping list, which will be sent via the internet to an online grocer who will schedule the delivery. Or she can just toss the empty items out. A connected waste basket will add them to the shopping list. When the rest of the family gets home, there are many ways the house makes life easier. Dad might want to change the lights and turn on the news in the family room. He can control any room from anywhere in the house. Jessie, meanwhile, starts to practice the piano. It's connected to the house too, and can tell if her favorite show is coming on in a few minutes. It seems the TV wins out again. Her brother Alex has started his science homework. His microscope view is displayed on the monitor, where he can get a much better look at what he's studying. In the kitchen, Robin just about has dinner ready.
Astro, add butter to the shopping list.
The cooking period is done.
The stove, a smart appliance on the network, can send a notification to anyone, anywhere in the house. Alex sets the scene in the dining room by selecting family dinner from a wall panel. Besides setting lights and background music, this turns off the phone, unless Grandma calls, that is. The home can help protect the family's peace and quiet or control interruptions. Tonight, a salesman comes to the door. He can only leave a message because the family dinner setting means do not disturb. After dinner, Dad decides to watch the news in the entertainment room. The kids, however, want to watch something else.
Dad, we want to watch our movie.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll set you up in the family room.
Yay!
All right?
Dad pauses the news and brings up the family room. From the on-screen video guide, he and the kids can choose what they want to watch from any different source already in or coming into the house. DVD, the web, cable, whatever. They don't have to figure out which device it's on or how to control it. It's all in the same list. Robin, meanwhile, is in the home office, where she has the same control over every aspect of the house from the PC, including heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. As the evening winds down, Mom's reading a wireless e-book. Dad's checking the weather on the web phone, which also can talk to the house. He arms the security system and turns out all the lights with a simple touch.
Astro, good night.
So you've seen how Robin, Chris, and the kids have the convenience of electronic lists, instant communication between family members, control over household settings and interruptions, as well as easy access to all kinds of information and entertainment. It's all powered by great software in this connected, convenient, and fun home.
Well, what an interesting approach to design a home. I want to thank Microsoft for this fascinating look at the shape of things to come.
Are you ready to turn ahead the clock to the year 2021?
Don't miss the Mercury Mets in their only Planet Earth appearance this season. On July 27th, you can beam to the year 2021 and see baseball's hottest team, the Mercury Mets, as they take on the Pirates. See the Mets in 21st century uniforms, and kids will take home the special Mercury Mets cap, courtesy of Century 21 Real Estate Organization. For tickets, call 718-507.